So I'm currently wandering up. Let's have a look at these two gullies here. So one of the factors that really influences the geology here is that there's an awful lot of mining in the area, and I was wondering whether or not one of these features here is perhaps mining related. Don't know. We're just going to have a quick look. I suspect that whatever it is, it's water related. The soils around here tend to be quite sandy, and therefore sand mobilises quite well in water. Doesn't need an awful lot of water to move it. It's not as cohesive as clay, and so therefore you get lots of erosion. And I could already see the stream coming across the beach here. Now, what have we got here? Let's have a quick look, shall we? Now, I've never been here before, certainly not to this end of the beach anyway, so I don't know what this is, so we're going to look at it together for the first time. Let's have a quick look at this cliff here first though. So what we've got, you can see the topsoil right at the very top there. Let's see if we can zoom in and have a quick look together. We've got the topsoil and some coarse material right at the very top there, and if I pan round you'll see that's got some anthropogenic material in it as well. So you've got those plastic bags there. So I suspect that is material that has maybe been ploughed in or washed off, or man-made material at the top there, made ground. Underneath that we've got a layer of almost pure sand. That sort of, I guess you'd call it a greyish brown layer, maybe slightly purpley towards the base, and almost completely absent of gravel. And then we come down again, and then we're into this head material. So head around here tends to be a hillwash material. So you'll get a mixture of sands, clays and gravels, the occasional cobble and boulder that's just crept down and washed down off of the hills, possibly under periglacial conditions, and possibly just under, normal climatic conditions, where you've just got material washing down off of the hills through natural erosion and gravity, and it forms a deposit very similar to this. And you can tell it's not been laid down by water or anything like that, because you've not got those distinct bands that you'd get if it was laid down in water. You'd get distinct layers of, sand and then gravel and then sand and then gravel and possibly muds in between. And exactly the same if it was desert conditions. If it was desert conditions, you'd just have predominantly sand. So the fact that we've got this mix here, the fact that the gravel's distributed fairly evenly throughout, means that what we've got is almost certainly a hill wash, or what we call a head deposit. Now, let's have a look, see what we've got around the corner here, because this is the interesting bit. Don't know how close we're going to get, There we go. Can you see around the corner there? We have a hole in the ground that all of this water is coming from. That is a mine adit. This area is known for its mining. It's really unfortunate that it's just fallen within the shadow there, unfortunately. I'm not sure how clearly you can see the tunnel itself, but it's about 2'6" high, just under 1 metre high, about half a metre wide, about 18 inches, 2 foot wide, and is just there to drain the water. It would have been just large enough for a man to walk up, and is effectively just a hole there to drain the water. So you get lots of these on the beaches in Cornwall. Why do you get them on the beaches? Well, because when you're draining a mine through gravity is completely free of charge once you've built your tunnels. And so what you want to do is you want to put your drainage tunnel, your adit, in at the lowest possible level so that you can drain as much of the mine as possible. Any drainage below adit level would be through pumping. Now the sun's gone in, look, you can see the tunnel a bit clearer. Any drainage from below this level would be through pumping, and therefore would cost you money. So you don't want to pump your water up any higher than you have to. You want to pump to the lowest possible level and let gravity do as much of the work as it possibly can. And that's a typical Cornish mine adit. Those people braver than me might well go and venture into something like that. I don't, or tend not to, not unless I know it's safe. And I've never been to this beach before, so I don't know that's safe. And also I can see just getting to it is unsafe here. You can see how an arch has formed above there in the material. It's a slightly clayey sand here by the looks of it, because it has formed that arch over the top. But that doesn't look very stable to me at all, and I won't be getting any closer to it than this.